go. Yeah, we have to. You can't touch it. No. This is perfect. All right, everybody. So the cops showed up, okay? Here's the cops. This is going to go on YouTube, all right? Yeah, I got you. Hey, spit some of that bigotry, man. Spit some of that. Guess what the sign, dude? It's staying because it's on city property outside there, okay? If we have to go, yeah, we have to. You can't touch it. No, you can't. It's not your property past city ordinance, dude. No, you.
We checked already.
We checked, dude. We checked the city line.
We did research before coming here. We did our homework.
Right, if this is your property, we'll get off. But anything beyond your property, we'll put that sign back up, dude. You can't stop it.
Officer.
Hey, go to the
Officer.
county appraisal district, boss.
Officer, I know you're a smart man, but don't let him fool you if he shows you some fake paperwork.
These guys are, this is a cult, man.
This is a cult. You can research it.
David E. Taylor.
First he said it was his land, and then he changed it and said it was his dad's land.
Yeah.
Oh, now it's you and your dad. Now you're changing it again. Oh, come on, man. Stop lying to the officer. You can't do that. You can't lie to the officers here in America, man.
Hey, Mr. Thompson. Hey, we checked with the county appraisal district before it came down, man. So we got some of the cult members right here sitting in the car. They're talking to the police, probably filling with a bunch of bullshit. It's what they're good at.
Calling his daddy.
Calling Daddy Taylor, right? Calling Daddy David, right? You got to call Daddy David and get everything okay with him, right? Before you talk to people.
Or Pender in the house.
Or Pender in the hizzy.
Yeah.
What's that? That's what I go by.
Alright, so somebody coming with the paperwork. So we just gonna wait till they come. Like I say, y'all just stay right here for now. But like I said, if that paperwork show that they the owners of this property, y'all gonna have to
Absolutely,
move.
no, we will. We'll respect that.
Yeah, but I want to see the county line, the county appraisal lines, updated lease records from the county appraisal district, not just something that he has.
So like I say,
It's got to be an official document.
Let me see the paperwork they have and everything.
I'm not gonna go by.
I need to start from somewhere.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go by some.com. I'd rather see the county appraisal district. That's where it should come from. With whoever owns this, it'll stay there. Last time we checked, it was sitting on commercial property. Now it's just a couple weeks ago. So if it changed hands within that time, it hasn't been updated on the county appraisal.
Like I said, let me just see what they bring.
Thank God, sir.
Yeah, thanks, man. Hey, bosses, no, this is a cult, though, dude. These guys are a cult, man. This is a cult. They might say it's a church.
I mean, they just look suspicious. Look at them. A bunch of guys in the car with masks on. I mean, this is not a school, man.
They're claiming it's a
we're not
college,
here for no
sir.
reason.
They're claiming it's a college.
We have family. We have things to do. We're not here because we're bored. We know.
Is your camera on, too?
Yeah, my camera.
Okay, good. Hey, everybody from Harris County, right here at 14380, this is a religious sex cult and they're trafficking humans here, okay? This is real. Name of my channel, David E. Taylor, Full Frontal Exposure 2.0. These guys all know who I am here. They know exactly what's going on. They're laundering money inside this building, everybody.
And the news might be coming too, maybe. We already spoke to them.
There's 70 or 80 people in this building, and you have about 5 or 6 cars there. Yeah. Hey, boss, if you try to get in there, I guarantee you won't be able to get in there. Yeah, the Amazon truck. Hey, you guys, I think that Amazon truck needs to go. Hey, officer. That Amazon truck needs to go. Y'all blocking her. You guys are good at fucking up everybody's day, man. Fucking up everybody's life, too.
Well, what happened? The walk of shame, huh? Where are you guys going?
No, the Amazon person's got to go, dude. They've been sitting there for the last 20 fucking minutes. You guys smile for the camera, sweetheart. Got a car full of booty bandits right here. You guys are fake. You guys know what you're doing here is fucking fucked up to people. Got a car full of booty bandits out to do his dirty work for him. Speak up for me. Ma'am, be careful here. This is a religious sex cult. They'll try to manipulate you. That's why you can't get in here. They don't want people seeing what's going on inside here. Is that you back there, David, you little bitch? Is that David back there? Nah, you guys got him locked up somewhere in the fucking bathroom, wrapped up in maxi pads, don't you? Maxi pad Moses. Speak up so the camera can hear you. Let the world know what you guys really are inside here. Speak up so everybody can hear. Please, speak up.
Hey, David, if you're on the phone, we're
Speak
here.
up, please.
We're here, David.
Yes, you guys are in a cult. Why you guys gotta sit in the car? What are you so scared of? Gonna back up in your little cult prison here? What are you guys so scared of? This is good for us. The cops came out. It's exactly what we wanted for the cops to show up. Now they have to write a report that they were here at 14. Yeah, bring attention to yourself. That's a really good idea.
You guys did us a favor.
Did us a favor. Thank you for that. I'm sorry about that shit. If you get it now, the cops are gonna be mad. Uh-oh. He's not gonna pick. This is what everybody wants here. You want the cops to show up? Guess what? Not good. Not good. Why do you guys have a COVID mask on?
At Vistaprint, we print signs so people can see your brand up close. But we also print signs so that people can see your business here. See it here, and see it.
Everybody's living their lives and you guys are stuck in a 2-star hotel in the middle of ghetto-ass Houston. David has multiple multi-million-dollar mansions and you guys are stuck here in a hotel pulling guard for him. What do you guys get out of this? The glory of the kingdom? A man that wears maxi pads because he doesn't wipe his ass? Hey dude, on the phone, look up David E. Taylor, Full Frontal Exposure 2.0 and you'll know that this is a religious sex cult right here. Make sure you get that on recording, okay? I want this to be well documented. David, you listening in? You're a fucking maxi pad Moses. You guys think it's funny? All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Full Frontal Investigation. It is Monday. And, let's see here. Let me get the cameras up here. Hold on one second here. Take all the pictures off. There we go. There we go. All right. And take Elron Taylor or David E. LeVay off too. Your opinion's a lie, everybody, okay? All right. We're going to go. I've been kind of thinking the last couple weeks that I've been shut away with my family about what to do with the channel, what approaches to go. And there's so many of these fucking corrupt churches out there, everybody. There's so much work to be done and so much light to be shed on what's going on. David is just is one little spaghetti-o in a whole fucking jar, right? We've done so much work with David. His cult is pretty much, there's nothing left, you guys. There's nothing left of his cult anymore. He broadcast, check this out, okay? David broadcast his own mother's funeral, okay? This is how much we broadcast it live. Yes, Robert Morris. I think we're going to go in on Robert Morris, that fucking pedophile. You give a fuck what that guy said. That guy, okay. This guy, oh man. Word is this guy wants to start a new church. And he also wants a severance. Joel Osteen, like Julie Roy, she does really good work too. She's done work on David. With Robert Morris, right? And I've sent emails up too. I've sent email up to the Texas FBI, be like, hey man, the fuck you guys doing about this? What's up? What's up? Right? We got these churches, right? Not just David, but there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. Like these big mega churches, this is where we're seeing a lot of these issues. We got Copeland, Duplantis, Olstein, Kenneth Copeland, David E. Taylor, Robert Morris. Who else is there? Kenneth Hagee. There's, we got Lovey. We got Daniel Adams that's trying, these social media prophets, right? They're trying to be the next biggest thing to Copeland. Because who had the biggest crowds? When you look back at everything, it was Copeland, Benny Hinn, Joel Osteen. All these guys, that's what they want. Stephen Lawson. Catherine Crick, she's up there. T.D. Jakes, exactly. Greg Koch. Yeah, Greg Kochboy. Yeah, that piece of shit. Vlad Sofchuk. These guys are all trying to be something they're really not, right? Robert Morris. With Robert Morris, I don't know how the fuck the feds don't pick this up and are like, okay, this is enough. This is enough. That is enough. We're going to step in and we are going to seize all your assets. We're taking your exemptions. You can't be a church anymore. You have to shut it down. If you want to start up under something else, that's fine, but you can't operate under this name anymore. All the money that you had is now the property of the U.S. government, the IRS. And that's that. We're going to investigate you to the fullest. And once the investigation's done, we're going to release it to the public. Yeah, the Demon Slayers, right, Bob Ross? Yeah, exactly. Let's check it out. Because
as you all know,
let's check this out. Let's do Robert Morris tonight, okay? And this is statement on results of Robert Morris investigation, okay? So these guys hire their own people. And, of course, guess what? Oh, we don't find anything wrong here, okay? Nothing wrong here. Robert Morris is not a pedophile, but hey, we have all these accusations. People coming forward saying he was touching little girls. But hey, nothing wrong here. And also, hey, Robert Morris says, hey, give me $100 million too. I want a fucking severance too. Okay? Not only the greed of these people, you guys. This guy's got hundreds of millions of dollars, and apparently he wants a severance, man.
In June of this year, Gateway Church engaged the law firm Haynes & Boone to conduct an independent investigation related to the childhood sexual abuse of Cindy Clementshire by our former senior pastor, Robert Morris. Haynes and Boone has completed their work, and their findings have been presented to the members.
I think this was actually it, Matt. I think this is actually it. Yep. Yep, I think this might be it. Julie Royce did this one. Julie Royce does great work. She's actually got my name in some of her articles, but yeah, no. It is. Like Kid Frost is saying, freedom of religion is a slippery slope, especially with David. Like the death threats, we'll talk about that later, but Robert Morris, like, guys, this is big. This is too big for anyone to ignore, I think. David, yeah. All right, we got him by the fucking testicles, and that's fine. We'll keep it that way. But with this, yeah, I haven't seen any of these, but I have sort of kind of been following on the background, Matt. This is insanity, bro. This is insanity. These guys want more money? Pff, the fuck out of here. Come on, man.
This subcommittee of the board is made up of myself, Kenneth Fambro, and Dane Miner, who are said to...
There's the fucking problem right there. Anybody? The board's made up of me. Okay, so hey, nothing's wrong here. Nobody, everybody, guess what? We're the board. We did our own investigation. Hey, and guess what? Nothing wrong, okay? Robert's a fucking stand-up guy, everybody. He is a stand-up guy. He does nothing wrong, and he's just a great guy to the whole congregation, okay? There's your problem. The board is the one investigating themselves. How does that make sense to anybody? Doesn't make sense to me.
Sitting here behind me, Gateway Church. Today, I'm going to share with you, as members of Gateway Church, a summary of the facts that we have learned. First, what happened to Cindy Clemishire was heartbreaking and vile, and we denounce sexual abuse in all of its forms. And we feel deep sorrow for those who have been victimized by such despicable actions. But I do want to take a minute and acknowledge her bravery in coming forward and telling her story to bring awareness to this issue. She has impacted countless lives. And because of her courage, the three of us in particular have had several people come up to...
This guy ain't getting any sleep either. Look at him. He's got bags under his eyes. He's got bags under his eyes, kind of, almost like Catherine. Look at that.
Us and tell us that they had their own stories where they were victims.
Again, look at his eyes. More people are coming out about this church, man. This isn't over with Robert Morris. I'm pretty sure he's under investigation by the feds now. It wouldn't surprise me. This dude ain't getting any fucking sleep. This exposure with Robert Morris is too big. This is huge. And just FYI, the phone line's open too. Anybody ever want to call in?
And Cindy gave them the courage to come forward and seek help. And so we continue to pray for healing, not just for her, but for those who have been abused that are a part of our family. Over the years, Robert Morris shared his version of this story, that he was unfaithful in his marriage while in his early 20s. And according to his version, Robert confessed his sin to apostolic leaders in the late 1980s, many years before.
This is all true. What he's saying is all true here, you guys. What he's saying is all true. Exactly. We investigated ourselves. Hey, and you know what? Nothing's wrong. Okay.
Where Gateway Church was formed.
This is all true.
He stepped down from ministry for 2 years.
This is true.
And then was restored back into ministry with the blessing of those same apostolic leaders.
I'm sorry. Once you have that inclination to be a fucking pedophile, I'm pretty sure it doesn't go away, okay? That shit is, like, pedophilia is, and it's in my, don't take this wrong way, but in a way I think it's a sickness. Like, you can't be cured of that. Allowed to preach again. Never been allowed to preach again. Nope, that's it, you're done. Straight up, exactly. And Jess, you know, that's one of the points we try to get across here. Once the crimes are committed, nope, you'll lose your church. Done, over with, done, that's it. That's it. No questions asked, man. No questions asked, because check this out, right? Now, if you or I were to do some shit like that, just in fucking standard life, if any one of us were to commit an act against a child, we would be in fucking prison and we would be dealt prison sentences, right? We wouldn't be put to death. The prison system would. The prison system would put us to death, right? These guys, they can hide behind the church and be like, I was replaced by these apostolic leaders that, you know,
counseled me and said, okay, you're healed. You're better now. No, fuck that. This guy should have never been put back in place. Ever. Ever. It does it. Pedophiles, they continue to act on their impulses and they get worse. They get worse. It's just human psychology 101. It's a little bit, and then they just get it's like fucking jabbing a vein, right? You want more. You chase the dragon, right? Yeah, these celebrity preachers, and this is where you guys, with the direction of the channel we're going, we're going to start looking at a lot of these not a lot, but quite a bit of them. We're going to start looking at these scumbags, Joel Osteen included, Kenneth Copeland included. We're going to start raising hell with all of them. Exactly. We'd be under the jail begging for bread and water if we pulled some of the shit that these guys are pulling and getting away with. Think about that when you pay your taxes, when you go to church, right? We always say, hey, your relationship should be with God, not these fucking preachers. It seems everybody, oh yeah, Catholic Church, we won't even go there. I get it. Everybody, you know what? Let me tell you something. As far as I'm concerned, all the churches are involved in fucking pedophilia, bro. It has nothing to do with one church or the other. They're all fucking doing it, in my opinion. Okay? They are all doing it. Why? Because they can use the church as a shield and a sword at the same time. They know what they're doing. The church, it's a very well thought out process. Yeah, Rick Joyner, Morningstar Ministries. Yeah, there's so many scumbags out there. And then the fucking dude the wife that killed herself, remember that one? I forget his name. The feds just raided his house this last week. A few days ago, about 4 or 5 days ago, they raided his house. They're looking for something with that piece of shit, and they're going to get him. Robin Arnold, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. Hit that like and subscribe if you're new. We're talking about, this channel is originally about religious cults, but we're taking it up a step to these prosperity fucks that are using their churches to launder huge amounts of money, doing just weird, sick, twisted shit. Okay, and they're using the church to do it. Like, oh God, God says it's okay. Okay, everybody, we can do it because hey, we're here at church doing it. Okay, and it's all cool when God says we can do it.
We as a church knew what our former senior pastor shared publicly, and many people,
thank you, Micah Miller,
including myself, simply believed.
Yeah, thank you, Micah Miller. Her ex dude's house just got raided by the feds.
His version of the story.
I watched some of your older videos, man, and what's up with the person who uses crusades as a good terminology? Jess, if you look at Copeland and Benny Hinn, right, those were apparently crusades, right, back in the day. I guess these new age fucking prosperity pimps, that's what they want, because when you really go back and look at the numbers and you see the size of the crowds they had back in the day, dude, there were fucking 20, 30,000 people in some of those arenas, and everybody was donating. The shitheads we see nowadays, Daniel Adams, Sopchuk, these assholes, they all want to bite at that. Robert Morris has been around for quite a long time. He's been in the ball game. And I was talking to Pastor Matt about this. When you look at Robert Morris, it's almost like he's too perfect. And that weirds me out. It's like he's trying to be younger than he really is to have an appeal on the younger crowd. It really creeps me out when you look at him, you're like, ugh, fucking creeper. Yeah, TBN, big on crusades. So all these other prosperity pimps, Jess. Yeah, exactly. Crusades were extermination of non-believers. Exactly. It's like, hey, whoa, day is full. God wills it. We're going to go fucking kill everybody in the name of God. Do you ever see Satan invading a country, or people invading a country in the name of Satan? No, they do it in the name of God, right? But ultimately, Satan wants people to kill each other, right? That's his ultimate, is to have God's people kill each other. Anyways, we won't go into that. He does. He gives off creep vibes. Let's keep watching.
But on June 14th of this year, Cindy Clemishire shared her story publicly, clearly stating that she was the one referred to in Robert Morris's story that he had described as a sexual affair. And contrary to Robert's version, Cindy was not a consenting adult, but rather a child of 12 and a victim of sexual abuse. Furthermore, she shared that the sexual abuse happened on multiple occasions over 4.5 years.
Can you imagine being abused over a system? We know of longer cases, right? We've seen in the news of longer cases, but to be assaulted like that by your pastor over a period of time, That shit never goes away, man.
And on the same evening of June 14th, Robert Morris directed Gateway employees to release a statement that intended to minimize the severity of Cindy's claims in a final attempt to conceal the truth. And as you know, our Gateway family was rocked by these revelations. Over the next 48 hours.
Oh, so apparently it's a fucking revelation. This is a revelation. No, you found out your fucking pastor's a pedophile. It's not a revelation, guys. Come on. Can we wake up here? This revelation. No. Bottom line, you found out that you're fucking, hey, Chris, come in the motherfucking heezy.
You're such a terrible person.
Pingo.
Pingo.
All right, we're talking about Robert Morris tonight, Chris Com. We're listening to they're talking about their investigation. Robert Morris is that pastor out of Texas, that huge church. Yeah.
The elders were able to independently verify critical elements of Cindy's story, enabling us to move forward and swiftly confront Robert Morris. And when we insisted on meeting with him, he immediately resigned. But despite his resignation, we knew that further investigation was needed. And we knew that we as elders did not have the objectivity or the qualifications to properly investigate. So Haynes and Boone was chosen because they are deeply experienced with conducting internal investigations, and this inquiry had to be truly independent, meaning it was conducted by a law firm with no prior connection to Gateway Church or any individuals involved. They were given full access to our staff and internal communications. But we also knew from the beginning that this report...
All right, Chris Com. So this guy, all right, so Robert Morris is another fucking prosperity pimp, right? But a lady came out and said, hey, this guy was molesting me when I was at his fucking church when I was a kid. Now, they did their own internal investigation. Exactly. No, I think they honestly found something. That's, the dude said, like, when we went to Robert Morris, he resigned. He bailed. He was like, I don't want to do this. He resigned. What does that tell you? Guilty as fucking sin. He should have said, what do you guys want to know? What do you want to know? But it's easier for him to resign, take his money, and dip the fuck out. Later, deuce, I got my money. Peace, deuce, I'm out of here, everybody. Bye.
Or would have certain limitations. A number of senior leaders had transitioned out of Gateway over its 24-year history, and we had no power.
It's kind of like cops and politicians do whenever they fuck up. Like, I'm retiring, see ya, give me my paycheck, I'm out, have a nice day, fuck y'all. Bye, thank you. Bye, peace. I am not a crook.
Or to compel anyone to participate in this investigation if they chose not to. And to date, we've had 6 individuals who have declined to meet with Haynes and Boone, one of those being Robert Morris. Haynes and Boone briefed this subcommittee, and we want to share a summary of the facts that we learned from their investigation. For starters, you should know that none of us on the subcommittee had ever heard of any sexual abuse allegations against Robert Morris.
It's a fucking
until
lie.
June, when Cindy Clemshire...
That's a fucking lie. These guys are lying. Bullshit. They knew. They knew. They covered it up in the beginning. They knew. Tell me they didn't know. Bullshit. Bullshit. Tell me they didn't know. Oh, we didn't know? Yeah, fucking right. This has been going on for years. This abuse within the church, you guys and gals, is systematic. This is nothing new. But yet the church is still allowed to operate under this fucking Chester the Molester era and fucking get away with it? Yeah. Exactly. Hey, man. Hey, word to the wise. Hey, don't let a fucking traveling evangelist come stay at your house with your kids, okay? Don't fucking do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Not nowadays. You can't fucking do it. Why? Because you got sick fucks like Robert Moore. Truth here. Or they don't want to say certain things, but no, we're going to speak the truth here. Nope. He molested her. Exactly. Don't let traveling pastors come to your fucking house and stay the night with your kids, okay? Don't do it. Don't fucking do it. Word to the wise. Don't do it. Pastor your own fucking kids. Give them a Bible. Hey, if your kids have questions about God, hey, you know what? Hand them a Bible. Simple. Hey, you want to know about God? Read the Bible. There you go. That's what you need right there. Right, Robin Arnold? Bullshit. These guys are sick. They will do anything to get close to your families and then fuck them over, man. These guys are sick. This whole church con has been perfected over the last 100 years, give or take. Give or take. Yeah, 100 years.
Shared her story. Haynes and Boone's specific task was to conduct an independent investigation into both the conduct of Robert Morris, but not limited to just Cindy Clemishire, and what was known and when by various individuals who have served in leadership throughout Gateway's history. Our church cooperated fully. Haynes and Boone was very thorough and diligent in their work. And during the course of their inquiry, Haynes and Boone's collected 780 gigabytes of data. They reviewed thousands of pages of documents and emails, and they interviewed more than 24 individuals. In total, hundreds and hundreds of hours were expended on this investigation. Confidentiality agreements, where they had been in place with former employees and relevant,
Think hundreds of thousands of hours went into this investigation. Imagine that, lawyer Bill.
were released.
All paid for by the donors.
And as I said before, there were 6 individuals who refused to cooperate with Haynes and Boone in an in-person interview. We are relieved to share with you that in the course of their investigation, Haynes and Boone did not learn of any other allegations of sexual assault by Robert Morris. No other abuse by him has been reported or uncovered by Haynes and Boone. And at this time, to our knowledge, there are no other victims of Robert Morris beyond Cindy Clemishire. However, we want to be very clear to those of you sitting here today and to those of you who are with us, who are not with us, but who may hear and read of
Hey, Jess, think of how many the FLDS has.
our comments. If you or anyone you know is a victim of sexual abuse by a current or former leader of this church, and you have not felt comfortable sharing your story, we ask that you please do so. You can go to the police first, and if it's information that you believe we as leadership of Gateway need to know, you can contact us directly at connect@gatewayelders.com. Your email will be held in the strictest of confidence. And to anyone out there, if you were a victim of sexual abuse as a child, I want you to know you cannot consent to sexual abuse or sexual activity as a child. No child ever can. Don't let the belief that it was consensual stop you from coming forward. We want to create a culture where individuals feel safe reporting abuse and any other serious issues.
Here's the fucked up part about that statement right there. These churches have made it uncomfortable for people to report because they say, oh, if you talk about this, you're going against God's servant. What the fuck? Let's listen to that. Fucking hypocrites. Listen to them.
Coming forward. We want to create a culture where individuals feel safe reporting abuse and any other serious issues. We learned from this.
He's all, yeah, I'm sure, yeah, let me go ahead and fucking swallow my fucking chin there, okay? Because that was all a lie what that guy just said. The fact that he has the balls to go up there and say, oh, we want you guys to feel safe, but hey, you better keep your mouth quiet or we're going to threaten you and fucking stalk you and make you feel fucking scared.
This investigation about what elders knew before June 14th, 2024, and what actions they took or failed to take. And we now know that there were elders and employees at Gateway who knew before June 14th, 2024, that Cindy was 12 at the time the abuse began.
Exactly, Robin. It's touch not thy anointing. Yo, kiss my fucking, kiss both sides of my white ass, man. Nah, touch not the anointing, eat a dick, man. That is a fucking con. That is a mind control tactic. Yo, fuck that. Touch not thy anointing? No, no, no. No, that's bullshit. I'm sorry. That's just a ruse for people to say, oh, you can't say anything against me because it says touch not thy anointing. Really? Touch not thy anointing? Mind control crap. That's all it is. And they'll use this.
Additionally, we also learned there were other individuals who were notified in the years prior to June 14th, 2024. In other words, there are two groups. There's one group of individuals that knew without a doubt that Cindy Clemishire was 12 when the abuse began. And there's a second group who knew
exactly this abuse, right? This abuse began when she was 12 and the dude's out walking the fucking street. They're like, hey, you know what? He's gonna step down for a couple years. Everything will be cool. And we're gonna put him back in place right where he was before, fucking touching little kids. No. He should have been fucking arrested, right? Fucking arrested this piece of shit and charged him right away. Hit that like. We got 38 people in here. Hey, Asha Kumar, all the way from motherfucking Australia.
Austria? Well then, g'day, mate. Let's put another shrimp on the barbie.
Good day, mate. All right, Asha Kumar, the topic of tonight is Robert Morris, Gateway Church, pedophile. This guy's from the church. He's pretty much representing the church since all this shit hit the fan. And he's basically talking about the investigation and how if you've ever been a victim of, or I hate saying victim, if you're assault survivor of any of these people, go forward. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Hey, guess what? If you're scared, guess what? We got your back. If you're scared to go forward, you don't know what to do, you get in touch with us, guess what? We got your fucking back. We're tired of this shit. Our community's tired of it. We're tired of seeing the people get away with it. We're tired of seeing the pedophilia. We're tired of seeing the money get fucking mismanaged. We're tired of seeing lawsuits in the news, money come up missing, private jets, lavish lifestyles. We are tired of this. This money is being laundered. We're sick of the shit. And the rest of the Christian community, I'm not saying you guys, but needs to speak up about this. Gateway should be under federal investigation. 100%. No questions asked. They should have knocked the fucking door down when it happened. All right, where's all the computers? We want all the phones, bank records. Give it all to us. We want it all now. We got warrants. Here it is. Where are they? Everything. I'm sure Robert Morris's phone has a lot of sick shit on it. Yep. Donna B, yep. RC Church will move the priest. Exactly. They do. All the churches do it. They move them into another community.
of allegations of sexual abuse by Robert Morris, who had enough information that they should have led them to ask more questions, but they did not. Both groups are fundamentally wrong and simply cannot and will not be tolerated at this church.
Hey, I got a cash up from Cat
As a result, we have
Mom.
decided to draw a very bright line here based on biblical and moral standards and our values as a church family. And we can report to you that as of today, no individual in either group serves as an elder, is employed by,
You a pussy, Rich Holmes.
or works at Gateway Church. They have been removed.
Hey, you know, Jess, I said that. Hey, once the crimes are committed, right? Once the crimes are committed, because if you or I did this, right? If I did this, I would be dealt prison sentence, man. I wouldn't even be put in the death chamber. I'd be dealt prison justice, right? Everybody knows what happens to pedos in prison. There's only one thing that happens to pedos in prison, and we all know that. Why did these guys get away with it? This guy, not only did he get caught, they stepped him down, counseled him for a couple of years, and said, "Oh, it's okay. Let's put him back into play. Not a problem. Not a problem." And that's exactly what I say, Jess. Once the crimes are committed and they have a solid foundation, you start seizing the assets, you seize the properties, the houses, the cars, the money, everything. You turn all these huge fucking buildings into real college campuses, maybe severe storm shelters, homeless shelters, something that would benefit the community. But hey, that makes sense, right? So we don't want to do that here.
Many of you may be wanting more specific details. You need to know that Gateway Church is currently the target that we have received from Robert Morris, which, to be clear, we are rejecting. And you also need to know that Gateway Church is currently and fully cooperating with an ongoing criminal investigation, the details of which we cannot share at this time. And it
Knew it. I was talking to Matt Moore on the phone today. I was like, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if that piece of shit's already under fucking criminal investigation. Here we go. Just said it. We are fully cooperating with the criminal investigation, and we're going to do whatever they want.
Need to know that Gateway Church is currently and fully cooperating with an ongoing criminal investigation, the details of which we cannot share at this time, and it prohibits us from saying more. We can share with you that the church nor its current leadership are subjects of this criminal investigation. These past 4.5 months have been a difficult and challenging time for us as a church family, but it's also shown amazing strength and beauty. And the time has come for us to look ahead. And today we are making a decision on the things we will do as a church to be better. As Pastor Levi said last week, which I loved, our pain will not be our template. So in
You know, Jess, exactly. The good old separation of church and state religious kooks would be pissed if something like that happened to their beloved church property. Well, when you fund it and you start committing crimes and you, again, they use the church as a shield and a sword at the same time, because we know the government is careful to prosecute the church, right? They are. They're careful because they don't imagine how many votes come from Christians, you guys. And I mean that in a broad spectrum. I'm not saying that covers everybody. And I typically don't talk politics on here, but think of how many votes you get from the Christian support, right? You got to look at it up from all aspects, man. It's really, really funky why the government won't do anything. Exactly. Crimes. Exactly. You know what, Robin? You know what I consider these places? A fucking public health issue, man. A public health concern. They're taking money from the fucking hopeless and helpless. Now, if I rob an old person, I go to prison, but they do it in the name of God. It's all cool, right?
Practical terms, we're working diligently to review our internal systems to make sure that all of our ministries and operations carry the highest standards for excellence, integrity, and safety.
Okay.
And we have examined our governance processes here at Gateway, and the truth is that the events of the last few months have demonstrated that there was a massive governance failure and accountability failure here at our church. It was a failure of culture. And we must be honest with ourselves and acknowledge that our culture allowed the truth to be buried for far too long.
Right there. Our culture. Oh, real nice fucking culture you have in your church to fucking bury the truth about pedophilia? Yeah, nice place. Sounds like a place I'd want to take my fucking kids and have them sign right up. Yeah, great place. Nice place. Nice place. Real nice place for people to take their children where they bury secrets. Yeah, that sounds like a place I want to take my kids. Not. Never. Parents. Church is where you're at your house. Church is at your house with your family. Yeah, it's nice to have a community of church, but shit, that's easy. Exactly. So much for public servants protecting communities. Exactly. Exactly.
When a church becomes centered around one pastor alone, it's lost its way. And unfortunately, we have come to the realization over the last few months that at some point in the past, the culture here at Gateway became one where power was centralized, and the leader at the top was surrounded by people who wanted to protect him, some of them at all cost. This unchecked leadership approach goes precisely against the scriptural instruction given in Mark 10:42 through 44, where Jesus instructs us to serve one another, just as he came to serve and not to be served. There are things that we as a church can and will do in the coming days and weeks and months to ensure that we have a culture of accountability where something like this can never happen again. And we must accept that this was a massive governance failure, and we must be proactive in providing strong and independent governance by implementing checks and balances on future pastors and church leaders. So in that spirit, we are working currently.
You know, this is just kind of a common sense issue right here, okay? Common sense issue, right? Typically, I don't like to talk certain politics on here, but let's compare this to, say, doing background checks on guns and doing background checks on people who enter your churches. What's the difference? There isn't really one, because you know what? Wouldn't you want to know who you're letting in your fucking door at your church? Yeah, I sure as shit would. Also, with the gun, wouldn't you want to know who you're handing a fucking a weapon of destruction to? fucking ain't right, you would. Goddamn right. Both ends of the spectrum. Hey, common sense tells me when you bring church leaders in, you should probably do a fucking background check on them, okay? Duh. That's how we got here in the first fucking place, everybody. Just letting them in the door. Yeah, come on in. Preacher, yeah, come on. Hey, everybody. Everybody's for God here. Background checks. Simple. They're too fucking easy. And a church like this, I would think, exactly, how is it a failure if they didn't know about it? They knew about it. I'm sorry, Fireball. They knew about this. They said they knew. There were other pastors that knew about it, and they buried it. Everything this piece of shit has said so far is completely contradicting one sentence to the other. It really is. They knew. These fucks knew. They buried it. They lied about it. And he's saying, oh, we didn't know about it until recently. Get the fuck out of here. These guys are all con artists. They're all lying. And then they use the scripture, you know, to be like, oh, forgive us because God says we're supposed to serve one another. No, they just use that as a part of their tactic. Again, my channel, you guys know I'm not Christian. Don't go to church, and I don't read the Bible. But what we're seeing here is fucking criminal activity, and they're getting away with it. That's why it's called full frontal investigation now, because now these churches are now committing criminal acts, okay? The rest of the Christian community should stand up against this and start raising some hell.
To make significant changes.
He said they knew just prior to June 2024, but back in the 80s, he had already done this shit, and they put him back into fucking power. They're like, hey, we're going to just let him step down for a couple years. You know, we'll talk to him, and yeah. We need to pass a law saying it's required for a police investigation to go on during every single accusation. You know what? What I found out recently about when there's accusations, especially with children, every fucking accusation is investigated. Doesn't matter how many fucking times it's reported with the same people. Every time there is an accusation against a child, whether it's true or not, they get investigated. CPS does not fuck around, from what I found out recently. Okay? So again, parents, yeah, once they establish no outcry, exactly. It's disgusting. And Dave Rich, you don't see this over there in the UK or Australia. It's only here in America, bro. It's only here in America that this shit is allowed to go on, man. It's disgust, man. It's absolute disgust. The taxpayers were set to foot the bill when these people have to go out and say get welfare because they don't have a job after these cults and after all the bullshit goes on.
To our church's bylaws. And this is still a work in progress, but I do want to mention a couple of specific areas of interest where we are making these revisions. First, we will no longer have apostolic elders at this church. We have concluded that this office of apostolic elders, as designed, did not and does not work for us. We have already eliminated this office.
Because you give an apostolic office like it's a fucking title. I got the apostolic office. Get the fuck out of here. You know, apostle. Come on, man.
Second, we will no longer have, with the exception of our future senior pastor and potentially an executive pastor, but both of them would serve in a non-voting capacity. We believe that the voting members of the Board of Elders should be comprised of only individuals who are not employed by the church and who do not ultimately report to a senior pastor. We must bring independence and objectivity to the eldership, and it has been lacking in the years past. Some of you are wondering if these governance issues or failures carried over to the church's finances. And I don't want to spend too much time discussing our finances today, but I would like to summarize a few points for you because I believe they are important. I can state clearly and definitively that Gateway Church does in fact have audited financial statements for the past 19 years using independent outside auditors. And according to these audited statements, and contrary to what has been alleged by former employees and in online rumors, Gateway has averaged approximately 19% in giving to global missions.
Hey, we're only going to give 19%, okay? Fuck everybody else. Hey, how about giving that 19% to some fucking survivor domestic violence and abuse survivor fucking campaigns and shit there instead of overseas, man? Again, they always put it overseas. They never put it here in America. We're going to put it overseas.
I would like to say that again. Gateway Church has averaged approximately 19% in giving to global missions.
Again, global missions. Hey, man, why don't you give to the fucking survivors, you asshole? Let's give to global missions. Hey, you fucking creep. Give to the survivors instead. All right? Your church is doing damage to people. You're like, oh, we're going to donate globally now.
And to be clear, our global missions department includes giving to local, regional.
And yeah, Cat Mom, when we're talking about kids, right, with certain investigations, CPS, right? Yeah, I have a family member. They have to. It's called it's a law, like Julian something law. And it has to do with some parents that tortured their fucking kids, man. And people were calling and say, hey, you need to go check. You need to go check. And the CPS never did. And they finally went and they found the kid was fucking tortured to death, man. The parents killed their own fucking kid. It's disgusting what people do, man. It really is. That's why we have certain laws now that are very protective of children, man. Trust me. When CPS gets a call, they have to go. Like Jess was saying, unfortunately, they know. It's shit. It's shit. Even though the accusations are false, when CPS would call, let's just say there were obvious signs of abuse and no one did anything about it. Yep. Parents would bounce. Exactly. And the thing is, I forget what the law is called. It's Julian something. And it basically, it's because of that. It's because of that. Some other parents that did some shit to their kid, man, and ended up infanticide. That's what it's called when a parent takes the life of their child's infanticide. It's technically homicide, but the correct terminology is infanticide. So when parents do that, it's
national and international ministries. That percentage does include some overhead cost to manage these mission efforts. Additionally, if you total all of the dollars that have actually gone out the door from Gateway Church over the last 19 years to missional efforts, the number is approximately $200 million.
How much has Robert Morris made in that?
I want to just pause for a minute and recognize your giving has had an impact in a major way. $200 million. We can't know this side of heaven the impact that those dollars have had, and no doubt there will be people in heaven as a result.
Hell, and Kevin G, you know what, bro? Look at the bags under his eyes, brother. He does. This isn't fooling fucking sleeping, my guy. The bags, bro. Look at him. This fool ain't getting any motherfucking sleep, bro. Dude, this guy's dealing with this guy's got weight on his shoulders, and it's a lot, brother. Yeah. No, this guy knew. This guy fucking knew. I'm telling you, he was right hand to Robert Moore. He's probably being questioned. I'm telling you, let me tell you something. Yeah, complicit. He's like, oh no, I don't know what that means. Well, I guarantee, that this guy's gotten phone calls. A lot of them from federal investigators. I'm pretty sure at this point. This guy looks like he's scared. It was. Even back in the 80s, Kevin, like he came out and said, yes, Robert Morris was taken down back in the 80s because he did this shit and they put him back. Justify that. How do you justify that, honestly? Be like, hey, you know what? Our pastor's a pedophile, and he did some bad shit. You know what? He's going to go ahead and step down for a couple years. We're going to counsel him, and we're going to make sure he's okay, and then we're just going to put him back in the fucking same spot so he can do the same shit over. Makes no sense, right? To the layman's, right? It doesn't make it. I know it doesn't make any fucking sense to us. How does it make sense to these so-called Christians? Oh, he's just so great, but hey, we know he's fucking a pedophile. Let's let him go ahead and continue to teach the congregation. He's such a great guy.
To those gifts. Thank you. Thank you to you for your generosity.
It's my end cap, Mom. It's not you.
I do want to address that there have been questions and rumors about the finances in this topic. And I did mention a few weeks ago, we are going to hire an independent accounting firm to perform some very specific and focused forensic work to ensure that our accounting was done correctly. And I will report back to you when that work has been completed. It is amazing to me that God, in his infinite wisdom, decided to use a collection of imperfect people organized in an imperfect institution as his way to spread the gospel. Yet that's what he does.
Now he's got to bring God into the whole mix.
He uses his church to spread the gospel. As I was driving into church yesterday and preparing for this message, Psalms 92 came to mind. It's verse 12 and 13. It says,
You a pussy, Rich Holmes.
Those who are planted in the house of the Lord shall flourish in the courts of our God.
All right, I'm going to stop with that there. Yeah, let's go ahead and, oh man. These guys, they're so dangerous. These guys are allowed to continue on with this. It's absolute disgust. Oh, it's a moral failure. Wow, I didn't know that was, I didn't know what a moral failure looked like, but until we came up on these guys. Pad and flip out. Oop. Hold up. All right, paste this. Paste. There we go.
God, get people who fight Jesus.
You pussy, Rich Holmes.
How you gonna sit up? Well, I need to go get some better. I gotta get advice. I don't know about David Taylor. I just saw this stuff on. You don't even know me. You won't even take time to get to know. And then some people do, and they've had visitations like that idiot Vicky Yowie. You don't hear nothing from her no more because just like God killed CL, he gonna kill that heifer too.
That heifer too. Oh, shit, a little crusty right there. Ah, shit. Yeah, what they're doing is beyond criminal. It really is. This goes beyond criminality. This just takes it down. These guys are like fucking bottom feeders.
That's right. The Bible calls them a backsliding heifer. He gonna get people online who just listen to her and believe in her lies, and she on drugs.
It really wouldn't surprise me, Kevin G. I'm with you, bro. I'm trying to sit back and think. Because his son went to the funeral, his grandmother's funeral. When I was driving by the Houston hotel this last week, the rigging is still up, but they took all the black curtains down so you can actually see the front of the hotel now. Dude, I'm kind of with Kevin G, man. I'm teetering on David went back to the hospital because his fucking heart, his health, bro. His health. The health. He's a degenerate land walrus, bro. We've looked at his credit report. LP, everything we were bad, right? We've talked about that. We talked about that. Then he comes out. Everything, bro. Everything kind of, I'm with Kevin. His health. Dude, he's easily 300 pounds, bro. His heart, dude, his heart. I was talking to Doc Nick about this, and there's you got high cholesterol, but there's also something called visceral fat, dude. And it like once it starts surrounding your heart, dude, it's so bad, bro. It's so bad. And David, David isn't eating a fucking vegan diet. He's all vegan. What's that? He's all Vegas. He's all, I love slots. Let's go. Vegan. Let's play some slots. David isn't eating healthy. We know that. That degenerate land mammal, all he fucking eats is Burger King and Big Macs, man. It is. Exactly. And not to mention, on top of that, he's got high cholesterol. He's probably battling diabetes in some form, not managing. And to be an unmanaged diabetic and be David's weight, oh my God, it is absolute. It's my dad, before he passed, he was unmanaged, I found out. My dad was an unmanaged diabetic. He wasn't fat, but he wasn't taking care of himself. And for an unmanaged diabetic, yeah, David E. Taylor's blood type is 2050. Synthetic. It's synthetic. Because it's bacon grease. It's bacon grease. Or no, that'd be a natural. David's all, I like the 2050 synthetic, all right? The high mileage. It is. It's visceral fat. Yep, it's visceral fat that surrounds the heart. He does got high cholesterol too. I know that. I know that.
And I know that for sure.
Oh, I know that for sure.
When she was with us.
I love when he does.
But they're going to believe her lies. God going to get you. I saw him drown my enemies. He took me to the Red Sea and the...
Nope, I don't think he does. No, I don't think he does, Cat Bomb. I don't. Nope. Why would he? He's the apostle. He can heal himself. I don't think he takes any type of medication. Yeah, blood type gravy. Yeah, like chunky chicken gravy and shit, right? It is. Well, and Jess, I think you're still new to the channel. This guy wears maxi pads. We'll get to that in a minute here. We'll bring you into that here in a second.
The past, I mean, in the past years, when I had that visitation, he was present then. I knew I was there in wherever that was around Egypt, where the Red Sea is. I was up under the water. I could talk. Me and Jesus was talking, and he showed me the chariots. He picked up one of them out of the dust of the water. He says, this happened, and this is what I'm going to do to your enemies. You are doomed.
Jess, if you're new to this channel, okay, cool. Welcome. Okay, so this is this other cult leader we've been investigating for the last 4.5 years, right? This was our learning process. I was doing an interview with a survivor from Catherine Crick's cult, and this is what he does. Okay, my name is Rich Holmes. Okay, I kept my name private. Okay, just my online name is Alex Stravanovich, but now he blew my cover, which is fine. I don't care. I was expecting it to happen, but the way he did it was just fucking radical, man. Totally fucking lost his shit during a live stream. But welcome. Yeah. And we're all taxpayers here, Jess. That's the thing, taxpayers, we're blue collar workers, veterans, some of us have sick family members. Yeah. Yeah, this is the dude that uses the Crusades terminology. Yeah, this guy's a piece of shit, bro. This guy's a fucking sack of fucking maxi pads. We'll get to that in a minute, but he lost it one night. This video is ultimately, I can't have it up on YouTube because of what he says. I've passed this over to state, local, federal, courts that he's being tried in, all types of shit, man. Ever since this, he shut the fuck up. We haven't seen him, man. Haven't heard from him. He's gone quiet, man. He lost it this night. So here we go.
If you fight me, now we can be friends, Brother Cantaloupe. Sister Watermelon. We don't have to carry on like this. We don't have to fight. We can be friends. Why don't we find peace and love? But it's your choice. The Son of God has appeared to me. I already know what he's going to do to you.
Oh, what's happening here? What happened here? Oh man, he was so pissed. You a pussy, Rich Holmes.
You got this other idiot, this faggot named Rich Holmes. God's telling me to call that punk by name. He's up here speaking all this evil against us, against me on YouTube. You gonna die, Rich. God gonna kill you if you don't repent.
Apparently, I'm supposed to repent against this fucking degenerate land walrus, okay? For whatever fucking reason. Hey, I've offered this sack of shit to come on the stream, talk, whatever. Hey, but no, because apparently he's too fucking busy. Yeah, we got to keep that off the channel. Yeah, they do. That's true. Yeah, they do. But no, at the end of the day, hey, Jess, let me tell you something. David fucked around with this. Let me tell you something. Not only did he issue the death threat, he had the balls to fucking email me afterwards and saying it was okay because he's a prophet and he could say that under religious freedom of speech. Well, guess what? I have the emails. I have the videos. I've sent them over to so many different authorities. David's fucking, his pucker factor is watertight. Like when he takes a shit, that little, his butthole gets so tight that little drop of water doesn't even make it up to hit his butt. That's his pucker factor. He screwed up with this big time.
Yeah, you'll be in a car accident somewhere. You just die. Listen, God will take your life in one day. You better repent. Remember, you're a chariot wheel under the red seat
This
of me.
fucking slobby ass piece of shit. Sitting there in a maxi pad filled with fucking dingleberries.
A lot of people follow, just few people are so deceived. They following that faggot.
Oh, dude, this is how he talks on public, right? And now here's the thing, Jess. Let me tell you something, okay? Let me tell you something. He took this video down. He took this motherfucking video down. It is not on his channel anymore. He took it down. I think it's still set to private, but he took it down. He took it down. He took it down. I sent it over to some lawyers that are prosecuting him. I sent it over to the judges that he's being in front of. And yeah, a lot of people know about this video. It's already been spread out through the community.
And I know he's controlled by Rick Frazier. He's a faggot too. All these pedophiles and these homosexuals, this generation following these faggot men.
This guy's supposed to be an apostle, right, Jess? This is the prophet. This is the guy going to go out and do the crusades. I'm going to go do crusades, but hey, you know what? You can't come if you're LGBTQ because I don't like those people. Sick. This guy's sick as fuck, man. This was the night he ultimately lost it. He lost this night.
You a pussy, Rich Holmes. And I'm going to say that's his real name. He called his name, you a pussy, Rich Holmes. And I'm going to say that's his real name. You a pussy, Rich Holmes. And I'm going to say that's his real, and I'm going to say that's, you a pussy, Rich Holmes. And I'm going to say that's his real name. He called his name, whatever, he got that fake name. His real name is Rich Holmes. God gonna get you, faggot.
Hey, Jess. Hey, God go get you.
I know Christians, they not used to me. I'm a general. I'm not no...
Fucking General Gooch Grease right here. Yeah, this is the best clip ever. You a pussy, Rich Holmes. Fucking piece of shit. No. This guy's a criminal. Dude, we've showed up at his hotel protesting saying, hey, dude, what are you doing here? You're trafficking humans? Really? Using your church as an operation? Real cool. I know, dude, he was so pissed, Chris. He was so mad. It was almost like, I don't... Yeah, no, General. This guy's an apostle, too.
You're supposed to be a pastor. You're supposed to be sweet. No, I'm a general. I'm a man of war.
General Gooch Grease.
You bring battle here, I'm going to finish it. And I'm going to show you the real power I have. And most of these people who die...
He's all the powers in the panty liner, everybody. He's all, The powers of the panty lighter. He's like, let me show you. He pulls out his panty lighter. He's all, see, there it is. You see that skid mark? That's the power of the panty lighter right there. He sticks it to the wall. He's all, tag. Territory marked.
They don't die immediately, but they die a horrible death.
Oh yeah, so almost a month to the day to this death threat. No, David's mom died in October. It's almost 2 months. Yeah.
There's another person that used to be in my ministry. It hurts me. In 1996, he came along with my ex-wife before we ever got married. Of course, you know, she out there with Vicky Yowie, both of them being a backsliding heifer. Yeah, that's what I call them. You know, out there speaking evil of me in this ministry.
Kevin G, you still here, bro? Look at him. Look at him fucking tripoding, bro. That's him because he's so his fucking own organs are crushing him. He's got to sit to the side like this so he can breathe. That's called tripoding. That's called tripoding. He's such a fucking fat piece of shit. Yeah. Anti-Christian Defense Squad. Yeah, David. And I hate saying fat, but he is. Dave. I will call David fat because he's a fucking degenerate fucking land walrus. Look at him. Honestly, he's got to sit there like that because he has such a hard time breathing. He's so out of shape. That's the way to open up your airway when you can't breathe. You sit to the side.
God gonna get them.
God gonna get them.
But she came with a young man named Ronell to my ministry. They joined my ministry on staff. Well, he eventually turned against the ministry, started speaking evil of me. I told him God gave me a dream that God was going to get his life. He was going to destroy him for what he was doing. He didn't believe it. A year passed by. He said, see, I'm still alive. I ain't die. And he kept going on. He even got a successful business. Just last year, after 20 years, that's this 20 years after he left. See, God will wait 20 years before he kill you. He gave me a dream that he was going to get these people because you can't come against a man who have the keys of the kingdom of heaven and think you're going to live.
He's such a degenerate, man.
You ain't going to live fighting somebody like that. It's just stupid. That's like messing with a live power wire that's out on the telephone poles versus some kind of socket in your house. I'm not a socket in your house. I'm like those telephone lines out there on telephone poles. You touch them, you die.
Well, no, see, Jess, here's the thing, right? I'm not anti-Christian or anything like that. I'm just anti-fuckhead, right? Exactly. Here, with these guys, we don't go armed. Hey, yo, 54 all the way from motherfucking Australia.
Austria? Well then, good day, mate. Let's put another shrimp on the barbie.
And Jess, I know this cult is armed, right? I know that. I know this sex cult. And Jess, we know why they're armed because they're running a prostitution ring, bro. Prostitution ring. This shitstorm, and the deposition was the tip of the iceberg, and then we found out deeper and deeper. We did a little more research, and yeah, found out prostitution, human trafficking, forced labor type of deal.
You touch me like you die. The power is too much flowing through me. For you to touch me, you'll die on spot.
It's all power's in the poise pad.
And sometimes God don't let the death happen naturally. He kills them spiritually. This young man, you can read this all over the line, news headlines now. But this same young man was on my staff, showed great promise, was used in prophecy. He started having visitations through being connected to me, but then he turned. Just last year, he's all over the news. And that's what I was trying to correct. I started to correct him. He wanted to get married to the wrong person. And I tried to tell him that wasn't his wife. He didn't want to listen. He got offended. And he was married to 3 women from that time on. And this third one, see, if he had listened to me, he would have never been in this. The
Tennessee.
Third one just murdered him and killed herself last year. And I told him, not only I saw a dream, but other people on the staff saw a dream that something terrible was going to happen to his life when he did this against our ministry. This is why I'm telling you, don't ever turn against me. Don't turn against this ministry. I'm not trying to put the spirit of fear. Listen, I ain't going to kill you. I don't have to do nothing. God going to do it.
I don't have to do nothing but sit here and shit my maxi pad.
And so I know a lot of pastors don't talk because they're afraid to talk like this. Because God don't back them. He backs me. When I tell you I see him, I see him. You can't talk like I talk if you ain't got God backing you. And I've never said anything about this Rich Holmes guy openly, but God just said to me today, he said, you need to tell him that I'm going to kill him if he don't repent.
I fucking showed up on his fucking front porch after this. Hey, Jess, again, I know you're new to the channel. Let me tell you something. When there's bigger forces at work here than just local police, okay? It goes beyond that, bro. It goes beyond local police. Like, honestly, Jess, this one goes to the top, dude. This goes up way beyond local police, bro. I know that is a fact. I know that is a fucking fact. Okay? I know that for a fucking fact. I have proof of it. Yep. This goes above. Dude, you're talking like multi-state ring, bro, with this one. Not international, but multi-state for sure.
You hear that, Rich Holmes? You a goner. God gonna get you.
Now, when you use God, right? Now, again, Jess, let me tell you something. I've sent this up to the FBI, and I got phone calls back about it. I won't lie about that. I did. I sent this video up to the feds. I did get a phone call back about it, and they're like, "What is this?" I'm like, "Yeah, but you guys figure it out." But I don't take these lightly. I don't. Charles Manson technically never killed anybody, but his followers did.
You better repent. And
that's exactly what I told the person on the other line too. I don't know who it was. It's some operator. But yeah, it's like, you guys figure it out, man. I'll send you all the information. I think he could be. Yeah. No, Jess, we've people we've talked to in this, right? Check this out, man. When you get the community involved, right? It didn't take much for us to pick up a call, to pick up the phone, make a few phone calls. We're active community, man. No, we don't fuck around, dude. We don't fuck around with these cults. When we found out the movements, no, we made a lot of phone calls with this cult. This cult is on the radar. I can guarantee you that. When the IRS revokes your status, yeah, and you have multiple exemptions that you're filing under still, running money through exemptions, yeah, I tell you something. The IRS is on to David. They know about him. That's why he's fucking hiding, or just probably back in the hospital. He's either really sick again, or he's just too scared to show his fucking face. Those are the two options for David right now. Sick or scared. The hiding, the shutaway, it's hiding, you guys. That's it. He wants to be better than Moses. Moses was in shape because he fucking walked a lot. You haven't looked like you walked since Moses was born, motherfucker, okay? So get up off your ass and take a fucking walk, all right?
Everybody with you. Repent. And I've never said anything about this Rich Holmes guy openly, but God just said to me today, he said, you need to tell him that I'm going to kill him if he don't repent. You hear that, Rich Holmes? You a goner. God gonna get you. You better repent. And everybody with you. His name was Ronell Barnes. You can look him up. A murder-suicide. His wife kills him, shoots him, and then kills herself. Where you think they went? To hell. I told him 20 years ago, I said, you're going to go to hell. Because God has already warned you're in.
This land walrus, he fucking thrives on people's destruction and death, man. He loves it. He loves it, dude. He loves it.
And I don't care if it takes 20 years. God gonna get you. Oh, this is a wrong prophet here. He always talking about God gonna get people. God gonna get you. I'm not one of those prophets you can play with. I'm not one of those apostles you can play around with. You touch the wire, you die. You can't play around with face to face. You can't play around with a man who's this close to God. Am I perfect? No, I've made a lot of mistakes, and I'll tell the whole world. How about that? They try to get out there and err, and most of the stuff they be lying about. But some of the things I have made mistakes in the past about, and how dare they try to use sin? They think I'm a punk like these other pastors. I don't care what you bring up about me. I don't give a darn. I know one thing, God is with me, and he ain't with you. And he definitely is not going to side with you against me because I'm his friend and you not. Not like this, not on this level. He going to destroy you. And I'm saying this because I love my enemies and I want you to repent so you can have salvation and be preserved. That's the point. Listen, I love all of you. I've enjoyed this tonight.
I've enjoyed coming out here and just making a complete idiot of myself. So, hey, thanks. Thanks, everybody. Hey, I appreciate you. Appreciate you guys, okay? Now, Jess, I know you're new to the channel. This is probably by far, okay?
That's right.
Little backstory on this. Clifton Ware, all right? The man you're going to hear on the phone here, and this is just a cut of the video, all right? I highly recommend just fuck all the other content on the channel. Go listen to the interviews, okay? If you have a job where you can sit, put some headphones on, and put the video on, and just listen, because it's just listening to these testimonies of these people. I highly recommend you go to the interview playlist, listen to these interviews, and listen to the shit these people went through. David's a true fucking psychopath, bro. Not only that, he's a filthy pig, bro. He's nasty. He's nasty, all right? Now, Clifton Ware, you're going to hear him on the phone here. This was about a year ago. Cliff had come forward. He had been David's security guard for quite a while, for about a period of 10 years. And he comes forward. He's like, I'm ready to come forward with my testimony. I want to tell everybody what happened. And one of the interviews one night, the original interview is, I'll get the link up here in a second. I'll post the original video for this one. But we're talking about the living conditions inside and what Cliff witnessed and of that sort. And one of the things that came into question was hygiene, and this is what we got. It's a great interview, man. We have some of these interviews, some of the most fun we've ever had, man. All right, but be prepared for some of the shit you hear. It's really, when you hear about David and how much of a degenerate he really is, you see why we're all here trying to shut this piece of shit down, because he's so bad. Damn, it's that bad.
And David is a slob too. He's a slob too. He's nasty like that too. But the only reason why people would say he's a man of excellence and he's clean and all that is because he got everybody else cleaning. But if it came down to David cleaning, it'd be a pig pen.
Really? So David probably don't even know how to wash his own asshole.
No, he don't. No, he don't. That's why he has maxi pads, because he puts them in his underwear because he don't wipe.
No way.
That ain't no, man, I'm trying to tell you. That's no lie. That's no lie.
No way, dude. Are you serious,
True story.
Bro?
True story.
He puts maxi pads. Hold on. David puts maxi pads in his fucking underwear because he don't wipe his own ass.
That's exactly what he does. That's exactly what he does. And I remember one of the women who he was involved with some years ago. She had
sorry, I'm reading the chat, dude. Everybody's like, ew. Everybody's like, what the fuck? No, it's nasty.
He's nasty. He was involved with.
Dude, so fucking dirty. Can he physically not wipe his ass, or is he just not do it because he's a dirty fuck?
I think he just dirty like that, man. I think he's just dirty like that. Because I mean, you 50, 51 years old. Why you not wiping your butt, man? He, like I said, a woman. A woman he was involved with had came to the house, right? And you know how women do, they snoop around your things or whatever. And she's snooping around, and she said, she came to me and said, I knew David was cheating on me. I see pads under his sink. and I'm thinking to myself, like, man, he wearing these pads just like you, man.
So nasty, dude.
You know, he nasty like that, bro. And
got some Debo undies going on.
That's exactly That's exactly what he got going on, man.
That's exactly what fucking went through my head right now when you told me that. I figured that fucking Smokey picking up Debo's undies from fucking Friday with the shit end of the fucking straw, bro. Then fucking dropping him right on like Debo's face, bro.
That's him. That is him, man.
No way. Just
yeah, and you know that's
Jess, you can't make this shit up, man. You cannot make this up. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way you could make that up, bro. We thought we had heard it all. We really did. We're like, fuck, we thought we had heard it all with David. With the survivors and stuff. We thought we had heard it all, man, until this night. Everybody went to bed a changed person that night. No, you didn't watch far enough into that interview, bro. Nah, that's Uncle Jake put the link up in the chat. That's the main interview. And some of these interviews, Jess, they're rockers. They're 2 or 3 hours. Because when we do interviews here of these survivors, we just get them on and let them talk. That's it. We listen attentively. We dissect everything they're saying, and we just listen.
That's why David, the stuff he get up and talk about is ineffective because it ain't true. What I'm saying is true about this punk. You know, yeah, he got. Hey, whoever with him right now, ask him if he wearing a pad. Ask him if he wearing a pad. I guarantee you he is. And if he ain't, his drawers is full of doo-doo. I'm telling you, man. He's sick like that. But you got a healing ministry. If something's wrong with your bowels, Jesus can't heal that. What's wrong with you, man? What is wrong with you? I'm telling you, this guy got doo-doo stained drawers. He got, and it's so bad, right? He expects you to pick up after him. And so, you know, he would have his drawers and stuff, and like I said, full of crap, stinking. And, you know, he wants you to do his laundry for him. And so, I'll, you know, throw that stuff in the washer. You know, I'm not about it.
Shit. Let me tell you something, Jess. Memes were born that night in an instant. In about a half a second, memes were born.
Yeah, that's him. But there was a young man who came after me. You know, I was still there during this time, but he also got in that position that I was in, and so he started washing David's underwear and things. And so David fat self gonna tell me, see, this is why you're so arrogant. He just got here and he's already washing my underwear. And I'm thinking he can have it. I'm not doing it. Call me arrogant, call me prideful, whatever. But what's that make you that you won't wash your own drawers? How arrogant are you that you won't wipe your own butt? You clown. Don't never address nobody over this way about anything. And you full of crap, literally. You liar.
Little sweaty doo-doo drips there. The shitty Taylor. Apostle shitty Taylor.
Doodle crumbs in his bed, bro. Doodle crumbs,
He's got
man.
some little dingleberries popping out of his butthole. That's what a dingleberry is. A dingleberry is from when, like, I mean, in David's case, he doesn't wipe his ass, so there's no toilet paper. It's just little balls of shit, right? But, like, a real dingleberry is, like, it's disgusting. It literally is. It's like, dude, that's bad hygiene, man. Dude, when I was in the military, dude, sometimes I took 2-3 fucking showers a day because we got so fucking dirty. Right?
Yeah, David will not do that. And we know he sweat through his suits. Yeah, man, he's sick.
Doo-doo Taylor. I know the women, that's dirty. Like the women are sleeping with them.
Man, I'm telling you. All right.
No, he ain't married. No, David ain't married. No, he just sleeps around with all the women in the cult, man. No, he just sleeps around with all the women in the cult. No, he divorced his wife because he's an abusive prick, man. He's highly, highly abusive. Physically, verbally, everything you can think of abuse, this guy is. Everything. He's a pig, dude. He's an absolute slob, man. It's disgusting what this man is doing to people still, and he's still recruiting people.
For example, Michelle could stay over for the night before. They doing whatever they do. Well, Michelle got to be at the office at 8:30. So she's going to leave a little bit earlier.
Yep.
Well, David's going to get up. He might already be up when Michelle leaves. And if he is, he'll send a text down, hey, come up to my room, straighten up my room. So what straighten up my room means is change the sheets. And sometimes he just nasty and he won't change the sheets. He'll just say, brush them off or something like that. And then the next woman comes shortly after. And I've seen that countless times over the years, like to the women that he say he love you, he don't love you. You sleeping in somebody else's juices, let alone that fat slobs. Somebody else's.
Yeah, prostitution's real.
Ask me how I know. I changed the sheets, and sometimes I didn't, at his discretion. So, that's what you laying in. That's what you laying in.
Dude, that's nasty.
It is.
It's real shit. That's real shit, Jess. You can't make that shit up, man. This guy's a fucking pig, dude. He's so nasty, bro. He is dirty. And we've been trying to get him shut down, man. We've been trying to get him shut down. We've reported him to the IRS so many times. It's ridiculous. I've lost track how many times we've reported him. All I know is that his exemptions have been revoked. And whatever's on the shit end of that steak, I know he's worried. And I'm going to close the stream up tonight with everybody's fucking favorite fucking video. Come on, guys. Put the lobster on the camera, guys. Come on, guys. Put the lobster on the camera.
God has used you to do here.
You have a good night, man. I'll catch you guys in the next live.
This was possible because God used you as well. I'm so thankful. I love you so much, and I love my whole staff. Let's go into the dining room right now. Do we have a camera? So there's two more major things. We have a camera. Yes, a camera that'll take us inside of the hotel, and of course, I want y'all to get a panorama of the room. Look at this.
This is the hotel in Houston. Show the lobster,
Isn't this
guys.
Beautiful.
Y'all have a good night, man. Catch you in the next stream.
We get some sound in here. We turn a little hotel into a ballroom. We got the cake. We got a lot of stuff. I got the presents here for all the staff. I bought them for all their hard work. I just wanted to bless them. And we're not finished with the red carpet, but I want them to go eat and have some fun. Amen. And let's go to that that ice carving. I want to see the ice carving. Pulled up the ice carving. Come on, go back to Houston, guys. What happened? Come on, don't switch the camera. I need you to stay in Houston. All right. Yes. Let's go up to the ice carving. Tell them to go up to the ice carving. And I want y'all to get a zero in on the ice carving. I love that it says Campus for the Harvest. Go ahead. Come on, go up to the ice carving. Yes, and it has, cut the light off back there so we can see it, the top of it. The light in the background is too bright so we can see the ice carving. Quickly. Somebody get to that quickly for me. Just cut the ice. I want, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? But come on, cut the light off in the back. I want them to see the image. Because I had an ice carving company. They did this so beautiful. Come on, somebody get to somebody. Tell them to cut the light off. Nobody is understanding what. Cut the light. Yes, in the background. I want the people to see the ice carving. The IBLU. Yeah, there we go. Now, isn't that beautiful? Get the whole thing in the screen. Come on, the whole shot in the screen. It's cut off a little bit. Get the whole ice carving in the shot. Get the whole ice carving in the shot. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that gorgeous? IBLU. It should be IBLU, but that's okay. Inheritance by Lineage University. Okay. But it's Campus for the Harvest. Isn't that awesome? And it has 2 lions up there. Y'all have people quit walking in front of it while we're taping. Guys, y'all need to tell them to be careful. We're taping this. So now show the people again the room. show the people again the room, because I want all of you out there around the world to be there like you're there. You see that? Be there like you're there. Now, Pastor Joseph and all the announcers, I want y'all to get the mics and come in here right now, and let's talk to the people about what's happening here. Come on, get the mics real quickly about the dinner and the presents and what's going to happen here. So I got this for the staff. Okay, get the announcers. Somebody get to them. Tell them to come in front of the mic. Get all 5 of them that were out there to come, and let's talk the cake, the ice carving. Get all of them together. It's beautiful. Hallelujah. Joseph, what's going on? We can't hear him. So I can't hear you. There you go. Go ahead. Hello, I can't hear. Where's the sound? Come on and get the other announcers up there. Where they at? Tell them. Somebody need to be running doing that. Come on. Don't waste time. I know it's late. It's 12 o'clock on the East Coast. It's 11 there. 11:22. Come on, pull me back into Houston, guys. Pull me back into Houston. Get the other announcers next to Joseph so we can hear. They can describe what's going on. Go ahead.
Hello, sir.
Is it my? There you go. Yes. No, we can't hear. You're still not on. You're still not on. Let's get the sound. What's happening, guys? Come on, what's happening? What's happening?
Test, test.
Oh, there we go. Yes. Y'all stay up here. I need the other 4 announcers to stay up here. Come on, where they are. Come on. Where the other 3 or 4 announcers that was here? Get Brian, get all of them. They need to be here. Let's go. Come on. Tell them to come.
Bring life along for the ride in the 2024 Chevy Tahoe, with plenty of room for what...
Y'all got to move those little legs. Okay, come on. Let's talk now. Go ahead. What's happening, Joseph? And describe the room.
Yes, sir, Apostle. Absolutely. Here.
Breaking up so bad. We can't hear. Go ahead. Try to talk. We got to get this fixed. Go ahead.
Yes. So it is so beautiful. And you...
Is that wrong mic that keeps breaking up, the one Pastor Adam was using? We need the right mic. We need the right mic, guys. We can't. It's breaking up bad. Come on, audio people. Y'all got to do better than this. We got to be ready. Y'all got to be ready. Come on. What's happening? See. Okay.
Hear us.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. It is such an elegant and beautiful arrangement here, Apostle. The ice sculpture is absolutely stunning. And, you know, just the setup here, the new the LED screens here, sir, just the balloons, the cake, the gifts that you've prepared for your staff to bless each one of us, sir. It's just a beautiful, beautiful setup here in the lobby of the Campus for the Harvest. And you see the different tables arranged, the balloons. If you look to the right, there's, of course, the snack bar, one of our favorite places here, and the movie setup as well, our favorite place here, sir. This is an awesome place where we gather in fellowship, and where we even are in here during the work days, calling, ministering to the people of God. But here tonight is the celebration, and you've prepared an awesome meal for the staff and everybody here. I think we're having lobster, some steaks. I don't know. It smells good over there, sir. But again, the dessert table is...
Yeah, what is the menu? What is the menu?
Yes, sir. Well, I think tonight... I saw lobster over there, sir. So that's all I saw when I looked over there. That caught my eye. But it's lobster.
Yeah, let's go over there and look at it. Let's go over there and look at it real quickly. Yes, Take us over there. Mariah, what do you think about this?
It's amazing, sir. I mean, it's just incredible. Just looking at every single detail, from the food to the cake, the ice sculpture, the decorations. It has your touch. It has heaven's touch on it.
Yeah,
there it is.
Joe, I know.
Lobster tail.
Come on, get the camera on it, guys. Get the camera on it. We can't see it from here. Get the camera on it. Get the camera on it. You gotta get the camera shot. Get up on the lobster. Y'all are not putting it in there. You're just showing the pan. Tell them to. Okay, come on. Put the camera on the lobster. Tell them to put the camera on the lobster, Joseph.
What's that? Yes, sir. He's kind of caught with his camera cord there. If he can maybe lift it up a little bit higher.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Show it. That's how we do it. Come on, guys. Two people to pick it up and show it in front of the camera. Here we go. There we go. Oh, yeah. So I want y'all to see. I did this on purpose to make you hungry. That's what I did. So there's so much stuff.